want to take the jacket off of the hanger. And once we take the jacket off the hanger, we want to turn the sleeves inside. And by taking the jacket off the hanger, you will only turn one sleeve inside out at a time, so you don't confuse yourself on which sleeve you are doing. I am doing the left sleeve. So by doing the left sleeve is going to tell me it's 2.5 inches. So I'm going to take the measuring tape, and from this way in, I'm going to measure 2.5, and that's where I'm going to fold it. So I will fold it to 2.5 inside. You'll flatten it, and then you will re-measure to make sure you're at 2.5. And since you're not, you go up a little bit more until you're at that measurement of the sleeve. And you make sure with your hand inside the sleeve that it's flat. You can feel it once you do it, and you'll know that it's flat. Okay, now I did get it a little bit high. It'll be a little learning experience, but once you get to that point, which will take a little time in your sewing method, but once you get to that point, then you can go lickety split. And I'm at 2.5. So I have my needle ready to go, and my thread. Make sure my thread's ready once more. Then you want to take your needle. You kind of want to start to where you know where you are at a beginning is possibly at the seam. If you start at the seam, you'll go around and you'll know that that's where you'll end up. So you have a beginning and an end. So you will you'll put your needle underneath first. Put your needle underneath here first. Don't catch the other part yet. Bring your needle in to make sure that your thread's gonna tighten back here, because if it doesn't tighten, then you have to fiddle with your thread once more. Then you can catch this part here, catch a piece of it, go through the top, bring it as far as you can to the, like right here. Then you want to stick your needle through the thread and then slowly bring it together, and then you have your beginning knot. Then you will take it to the next where your hand is, and you will grab it, the white. You'll grab some of the white. You don't take it all the way through. You grab the white, you bring it up again, you keep your thumb at that area. You will bring the needle through the thread, and then it's ready to go. Hold the thread down, do it again. And once you start doing it and you get the hang of what you're doing on your first sleeve, to get back into the routine of what you did last year, even though you're learning a new stitch this year on how to do it, you can go lickety split. And so you don't need needles, you don't need pins, because they take up time and they'll poke your fingers while you're sewing. You just keep going. You grab some of the white, you go to the top, you pull it through, because your thread is holding, your thumb is holding the thread down so you don't catch it, and you just pull, and there you go. Bring it down and do it again.
Are you grabbing any of the outer layer or just the lining?
No, I'm grabbing the whole sleeve of the arm and holding it while I'm sewing.
And the needle, is it going through the lining only?
Yes.
Okay.
If you feel like when you're sewing that you feel a little bunch, just turn the sleeve, flatten it out, put your thumb, don't let your thumb leave that piece of thread here, and then just keep going. And then when you're sewing, that bunch won't be there. And then you just keep sewing until you get to the end. Sometimes you do get a part where the needle is hard to go through the material. Don't give up. Just possibly take the needle, go through the thick part here. Don't be afraid to take your needle and push down, and out comes the needle. Just pull it through and you'll be fine. Don't panic. Sometimes when people will go ahead and sew, they see these little snaps here, and there is a snap on the inside. Some women have snapped and then sewn, and that's not a good idea because when you turn it right side out, it's not going to measure up to the measurements on the sheet. So your best bet is to do it the way I'm showing you how, so that you don't become confused and you don't get frustrated with yourself while you're sewing. Yes, if you see a little bit of the lining that you grab sometimes when you are sewing, grab it and bring it through, because it won't hurt anything when you go to turn it. It won't bunch up. It's going to be clean. So we're coming to the end where we're going to grab. Now again, you may have an issue bringing the needle through. Go ahead, put it down on the table, push, grab the needle, bring it through, and remember to continue to hold onto your thread with your thumb, because then when you bring it through, your thread's here, you lift your thumb up, and there you go. You bring it over, put your thumb down, and do it again. Now we're coming to the end. This one I was lucky enough to bring the needle through. Bring it through. And since we're at the end right here, you want to do it one more time, because that's how you want to make sure it's tight, that when you go to cut it, it won't all come undone. So you bring the needle through again, continue to hold the thread, bring it up, make sure it's all the way through. And usually what I like to do is I like to go through the thread right here, underneath, and even if you need to do it again with your needle to bring it through because it's tight, push down, bring it through, bring it all the way up, let go, bring your needle through the two loops that are here, bring them together, bring them up, slowly bring them together, and there's your knot, and you're finished. Cut it. Push it through. Best thing to do is push it at the end of the sleeve and bring it through. Yes, it's a little work, but you'll be fine. Don't be afraid. Bring it through, push it like so, put it down on the ground, and you see no marks.
Very nice.
Okay,
Thank you.
welcome.